boys, how's it going? Welcome back to my place for another instalment of You Got It? Dumb fuckery with food. Now, about 2 years ago, I went to Vietnam, and it changed my cooking and the way we eat and the way things are done a little bit differently. Like, I've got this lemongrass tree out here, right? So I'm going to take up the sprigs out of that. Now, it's going to be a little bit smaller, not those big sort of fibrous bulbs that you see on them, which everyone does. No, this is a bit smaller. It's an immature tree. It's only a couple of months old. A couple of months, I don't start like that. There, look at it. Yeah, it's huge. Right, so I'm just going to take off a couple of sprigs of that. And we're going to make Vietnamese lemongrass chicken. Pretty easy. And it is simple. This is simple. Now, one of the things when you're doing Chinese cooking, or Vietnamese, or Thai, or Asian, is you have a lot of ingredients, but you have them in your cupboard, so you've got them all the time. It's so easy to put together. So this is my take on it. All right, and we'll go inside. I've got another surprise for you too. You'll dig this. You'll dig this. Surprise! I use an electric wok. Yes, I use an electric wok. I've been using an electric wok for years. I haven't lived on gas since I was a kid living in Sydney. It was a bit harder out in the bush, living here. Yeah, only got an induction stove, so purchased one of these because I like a good stir fry. Done quite a few dishes. And it still has that same smell. Okay, it's non-stick. I don't know whose idea that was. It's not real Chinesey, but yeah, invented by the French. Yeah, so I use that. It's not hard, but it works well, and you keep the temperature, and it drops temperature quick and gains temperature real quick, just like gas does. Right, so that's what I use. Right, there you go. Right, let's get started. Now, the simple ingredients that we're going to use for this dish, right, is our thigh fillets, some chilli, garlic, onion. Now, that's pretty Asian. A lot of cooking, actually. Fish sauce. Now, we're going to use 4 tablespoons of fish sauce, some corn flour and sugar, 1 corn flour, half tablespoon of sugar, and some coconut water. Yes, coconut water. That's probably something you don't keep in your cupboard very often, but it goes well in this dish. Right, so let's get started. Now, the thing with lemongrass is you've got to smash it, right? And then you're going to cut it really thin, right? So we want it really thin. Here's the start of our marinade, right? So we get our corn flour, our fish sauce, our sugar. Just going to stir that up. Get all those little lumpy bits out. We're going to just only use half of our lemongrass. All right, and that's going to be our marinade. That's pretty simple, isn't it? All right. Let me whack that in. Now, we want to sort of sit that for a couple of hours. If you haven't got a couple of hours spare, it don't matter. It doesn't. All right, just let it sit like that for a while. Just while you get all your other stuff ready. Right, now this is going to be for our stir fry, which goes in by itself, which is just going to be our garlic, our chilli, and our onion. That's pretty easy, isn't it? It's all right. Now, I'm using a hot chilli as opposed to using your longer chilies, but I like the flavour of chilli and the heat that goes with it. So I'm going to just use 3 bird's eyes. Now, we're just going to give this garlic just a rough chop. We don't want it too fine, right? So we're just going to give that just a rough chop, and then just our onion. That's just an easy one. Right. So, just a quick recap. We've got that stuff. No, I'm using chopsticks. Keep them the Asian flavour, of course. All right. So we just let that marinate, and that is going to be our first of our fry. Then we whack that in. And then it's done. Oh, and then halfway, just after we really got it down, got a little bit of a glaze on that, then we add the coconut water, and then we just let that reduce, and it's off. Right, 10 minutes. Pretty cool, eh? Right, let's go. So here we are. We've got it all happening. We chucked it all in. We're right at the bottom end of the stick, right? So we've just fried everything off. We're just starting to get that little bit of caramelisation. It's just sort of starting to happen. And we all know how to stir fry. Right, so what we've done, we've got a nice little glaze on everything. Oh, might be a bit of coughing because I've put a fair bit of chilli in there. Now you can see that's got that nice little brown about it. So what we're going to do now is going to put our coconut water in. Ooh. Now what we're going to do, we're going to let that simmer off. That's going to take probably about 10 minutes just on the simmer, and we really want to reduce that. And that's just going to, oh yes, the smell, oh my God. So we're really starting to reduce that now. It's starting to get really thick. Now you can see that's really caramelised down to nothing. Now, this is where we want to be. This has just got enough juice to be nice, very intense flavours. Got a little bit of bite with that chilli. So now, let's serve it up. There we go. Groovers, that's amazing. That is amazing. That is well worth the effort. I always say that, but yeah, this one is. It is hot. Little that bird's eye chili. Oh, intense flavours in amongst all that. Oh, One thing I don't understand with Asians is chopsticks. Rice is like this, and you've got this implement. Come on! Does that even make sense? Right. But it does slow you down eating. Yeah, so that's awesome. That is what you would get in Vietnam. That is pretty authentic. Awesome. Give it a go, give it a try. It's not hard. Take a few ingredients, and pretty quick. You know, electric wok. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.